Does your closet feel like unorganized chaos? Mine does too, and so today I'm going to be decluttering and reorganizing my entire closet and sharing tips with you that you can make your wardrobe functional and stress-free. So let's get started. My step one in any process is to always put things back where they go, or to put things back that don't belong there. So I'm essentially going to be cleaning up my entire closet, anything that's on the floor. If it belongs in here, I'm going to put it in a space, even if it's not the permanent space. And if it doesn't belong here, I'm going to get it out of the closet so that I can see everything that I have and what it is that I need to organize and declutter. One mistake I see a lot of people making is to keep shoe boxes. As great as it is for stacking, it's really not practical to be able to see what it is that you have whenever you're looking for a specific pair of shoes for whatever outfit you're choosing to wear. Once I've picked up everything off my floor and put it where it needs to go, I'm going to go ahead and start decluttering. So I'm essentially going to go through every single piece of my wardrobe and figure out what it is that I want to keep and what it is that I don't. Now, Marie Kondo had a really good idea of to basically pick up every item and put it in your hands, see if it's something that you have joy with, or if you don't. I basically will go through at the very end of the season, and if I've worn it multiple times, I will keep it. If I haven't worn it, I will decide if I'm going to, or if it's just something I need to get rid of. A lot of times people will keep clothes because they seem comfortable. Right now I am switching up my wardrobe a little, and so I want to make sure that I get out of that comfort zone and I find the things that truly fit my new style. Next, I'm going to be tackling my baskets. These are places that I hold my purses, hats, shorts, and just extra accessories. Our closet isn't fully designed yet, so I don't have a lot of drawer space, so I tend to keep some of these extra items in baskets. But I do like it because not only does it contain the item, but I know how much space I have for each thing, which is one great tip. If you don't have a lot of room, you have a basket or a bin for whatever accessory that you want, and if it overflows, it's time to get rid of something. So that's essentially what I'm doing here, is just figuring out what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of and make sure that nothing is overflowing in my baskets. As I mentioned, I don't have a lot of drawer space, so in the past I've been folding up my pants and just sticking them on this top shelf, but recently with my style change, I've been getting more pants, especially jeans, and so I decided that it's time to actually hang them up. It just ended up making the organization process and being able to see what I have a little bit easier. So I don't really feel like there's a preference in whether you fold or you hang pants. I think it's your own style and whatever room it is that you have, but for me right now, I ended up getting a lot more pants than I've ever had in the past, so I decided it was time to hang them up. Moving on to the only drawer space I have, this is where I keep my workout gear, my pajamas, and my socks and underwear. I'm just going through and again getting rid of the things that I haven't worn or things that are old that I need to get rid of. Now moving on to my shoes, I created this shoe shelf maybe 2 years ago. I put it in my closet, and although it's been great because I've been able to see everything that I have, it does get really dusty. And so I realized it was really time to do a deep clean on it. I decided to take all of my shoes off, kind of dust them off with just a simple microfiber towel, and then I was gonna dust the actual shoe shelf itself, and boy was it dusty. I definitely need to do this probably every 6 months. It was really gross, and so in doing so I also went through and decluttered any shoes that I did not want anymore, and then kind of rearranged them a little bit better because the shoes that I have changed from the time that I actually put the shelf together. My pro tip for today is once you place something in a spot, if it does not feel right, try switching it up and see if it feels better. I can't tell you how many times as a professional organizer I have gone through and redone a space over and over again until it just feels right and cohesive. Whatever works for you is what's going to be the best. Sometimes I'll place something in its spot and end up changing it 2 or 3 times. It just has the way that it goes. And speaking of that, I ended up switching my top portion of my hanging stuff up here to be a little bit more rainbow organized. It just ended up feeling better after I had decluttered everything. And we are done. I am on my last step of putting all of my donation items into bags for a later pickup. I didn't realize how many things I was actually getting rid of. I thought it was just going to be a simple declutter, but I ended up putting 2 bags together. So it feels really good to have all of this stuff out, stuff that I know that I can pass on to other people who could use it, and it's nice, a little refresh for the closet.
Well, I did it. I went through and I completely reorganized my closet. It definitely took a little longer than I was expecting. I honestly thought it was just going to be a simple declutter, but I ended up switching some things around and I'm actually really happy with the way that it came out. One of the big things that I did change that I did forget to film was that I moved my pants around, and then my sweatshirts or my athleisure wear, I kind of moved that around as well. But after I put it all together, I realized that this actually works a lot better for what I need. In the past, I've never really had a need to hang up my pants. I just didn't have enough of them to do it and it didn't make sense. But after I started hanging them up and realizing how many I actually have, it made more sense to hang them all up and then put them in a different area, kind of like in their own little zone. So that's kind of what I ended up doing. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited that I was able to get a good deep clean in. There was a lot of little areas that I hadn't touched in the last couple years and really needed to get cleaned. But I'm excited. One of the things I'm trying to do this year is kind of revamp my style. And so with that, I did decide to get rid of probably a few more clothes than I normally would have, but I knew that they were fallback clothes for me, things that were just comfortable and things that I enjoyed wearing, but I didn't want to wear anymore. With revamping my style, I really wanted to kind of get out of a specific era of my life, and so with that I just decided to kind of toss out the old and I'll bring in the new. As you can see, I have quite a few more hangers, so I'm able to go shopping, not overclutter my closet, and still be able to live within my means, which is the whole reason that I wanted to do this. I knew I had things that I needed to get rid of and I was running out of hanger space and all of that, so it was a really much needed refresh on my closet. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will have a lot more cleaning videos, a lot more organizing videos, and then I have a couple new DIY projects that are going to be coming your way shortly. So don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you. So until next time, see you later, guys.